We live in a globalized world. Capital, information, and talent move faster than ever. Some countries see immigration as an opportunity. Economic growth, innovation, demographic renewal, and global influence. Others see it as a risk. Pressure on welfare systems, cultural tension, political instability, or security concerns. So it's not that the world is both open and closed. It's that nations are balancing globalization with sovereignty. In a global era, borders matter more politically, not less. The paradox isn't madness, it's competition. Countries are selectively opening their doors to the people they want, while trying to control the rest. It is true that while the United States has significantly tightened its borders and visa processing, including a pause on immigrant visas for 75 countries as of early 2026, several other nations are actually moving in the opposite direction. Instead of broad, tough measures, these countries have recently streamlined their laws to attract workers, simplify residency, or encourage tourism to boost their economies. Here are some countries that have recently eased or modernized their immigration policies.
1. Spain. In a major reform finalized in late 2025, Spain overhauled its immigration regulations, RELOX, to make legal residency more accessible. Reduced residency requirements. The time required to live in Spain to qualify for certain settlement, arraigo, permits was cut from 3 years to 2. Second chance. A new second chance permit was created for former residents who lost their legal status, allowing them to reapply more easily. Family reunification. Processes were simplified to make it easier for foreign residents to bring their families to Spain. 2. Germany. To combat a massive labor shortage, Germany implemented the Skilled Workers Immigration Act through 2024 and 2025. Fast-track procedures. Skilled professionals in sectors like IT, healthcare, and engineering now have priority processing for visas and residency. Lower barriers. The government reduced administrative hurdles and recognized more foreign qualifications to get people into the workforce faster. 3. Thailand. Thailand has shifted toward a pro-mobility stance to stimulate its economy and tourism. Destination Thailand Visa, DTV, launched for digital nomads and remote workers, allowing long-term stays, up to 5 years, for those who work online. 60-day visa exemption. In 2024, Thailand expanded 60-day visa-free entry to citizens of 93 countries, a significant increase from previous limits. Digitalization. As of January 2025, Thailand expanded its e-visa service to all 94 of its embassies and consulates worldwide, removing the need for in-person visits for many travelers. 4. Poland. In June 2025, Poland enacted a new law on the employment of foreign nationals. No labor market test. For many priority occupations, employers no longer have to prove they couldn't find a Polish worker first. Full digitalization. The entire application process for hiring non-EU workers was moved online to speed up the system.
More and more other countries are doing like USA today. It's like
5. Sweden, the paradigm shift. The Swedish government is currently undergoing what they call a paradigm shift to discourage immigration and encourage voluntary repatriation. Higher salary thresholds. As of June 2026, Sweden is raising the minimum salary required for a work permit to 90% of the median wage. This effectively bars low-wage workers from moving to Sweden for work. Tougher citizenship. In February 2026, new rules were announced requiring applicants to live in Sweden for 8 years, up from 5, pass a Swedish language and culture test, and meet a minimum income requirement. Ending track changes. Since April 2025, people who have their asylum claims rejected can no longer change tracks to a work permit while remaining in Sweden. They must leave the country immediately. Repatriation grants. Starting January 2026, Sweden massively increased the grant for immigrants who choose to move back to their home countries, offering up to 350,000 Swedish krona per adult. 6. Belgium, the strictest policy in history. Belgium has also shifted toward a much more restrictive stance, particularly concerning asylum and economic migration in its largest region, Flanders. Selective economic migration. Effective January 2026, the region of Flanders removed roughly one-third of the shortage occupations that previously allowed for fast-track work permits. They are now focusing strictly on high-level talent. Higher salary floors. Across Brussels, Wallonia, and Flanders, the minimum salary required for a single permit or EU blue card was hiked significantly in January 2026 to track inflation and deter lower-skilled migration. Asylum crackdown. In early 2026, Belgium implemented measures to accelerate deportations and limit access to reception centers for those who have already been granted protection in another EU country. Digitalization, the ease. The only area where Belgium has eased things is administrative. They launched a fully digital single permit portal in January 2026 to speed up processing, but the rules for who qualifies are much harder than before.